On February 13, 2026, the Imo State Police Command announced the dismissal of 3 of its officers over their direct involvement in kidnapping, armed robbery, and car snatching in a case that has shocked residents of Owerri and sparked renewed conversations about accountability within Nigeria's security agencies. The decisive action, confirmed in reports by Punch newspaper and the Nigerian Police Force, underscores what authorities describe as a zero-tolerance stance against corruption and criminal misconduct within the force. The dismissed officers were identified as ex-Sergeant Gift Ekweme, ex-Sergeant Ikechukwu Etu, and ex-Corporal Divine Okwaru. According to official accounts, the trio allegedly abused their positions of trust and authority by participating in a brazen criminal operation that mirrored the very crimes they were sworn to combat. Their dismissal followed internal disciplinary proceedings that found them guilty of professional misconduct and criminal activity. The incident that led to their removal reportedly occurred on February 8, 2026, in Owerri, the capital of Imo State. On that day, the officers, alongside a civilian driver identified as Alex Chukwu, allegedly abducted a citizen, Mr. Obinna Egu, at gunpoint. Investigations indicate that the suspects posed as members of an anti-kidnapping unit, using that false identity to intimidate and deceive their victim. Under duress, Mr. Egbu was allegedly forced to part with the sum of 1.7 million naira before regaining his freedom. The method allegedly used by the suspects highlights a troubling tactic: impersonation of legitimate security units to facilitate crime. By presenting themselves as officers attached to a specialized anti-kidnapping team, they reportedly gained immediate psychological advantage over the victim. Such actions not only harm individuals directly affected, but also erode public trust in genuine law enforcement operations. Following a formal complaint lodged by the victim, the police command initiated swift action. The accused officers were arrested and detained pending investigation. They were subjected to an internal disciplinary procedure known as an orderly room trial, a mechanism within the police structure designed to address breaches of professional conduct and ethical standards. After reviewing the evidence and testimonies, the panel found them culpable. The dismissal of the officers was subsequently ratified by the State Commissioner of Police, Odu Garba Boso. By endorsing the disciplinary outcome, the Commissioner reinforced the message that criminal conduct within the ranks would not be shielded or excused. The move has been described as both punitive and symbolic, intended to demonstrate institutional accountability. Beyond the internal sanctions, the case has transitioned into the criminal justice system. The former officers are currently in detention at the State Criminal Investigation Department and are expected to be arraigned in court for prosecution. This step is significant because dismissal alone does not absolve criminal liability. If convicted in a court of law, the accused could face substantial prison terms in accordance with Nigeria's penal code. The spokesperson for the command, DSP Henry Okoye, emphasized that the disciplinary action sends a strong warning to all personnel. According to him, the command maintains zero tolerance for corruption, abuse of office, and professional misconduct. His statement aims to reassure the public that while misconduct may occur, institutional mechanisms exist to detect, investigate, and punish wrongdoing. This case arrives at a time when public confidence in security agencies remains a critical national issue. Across Nigeria, concerns about police accountability, professionalism, and reform have shaped public discourse for years. Incidents involving officers engaging in criminal activities amplify these concerns and risk undermining the morale of law-abiding personnel who carry out their duties diligently. For residents of Imo State, particularly those in Owerri, the allegations have been unsettling. The idea that individuals entrusted with public safety could exploit their uniforms and authority for personal gain creates fear and skepticism. However, the prompt dismissal and move towards prosecution may also be interpreted as a demonstration that the system can self-correct when violations are exposed. security experts note that internal disciplinary systems such as orderly room trials play a crucial role in maintaining standards within law enforcement agencies. Nevertheless, transparency and external oversight remain essential to sustaining public trust. The fact that the case has been referred for criminal prosecution suggests that the matter will be subjected to judicial scrutiny beyond internal review. The broader implications extend to recruitment, training, and supervision within the police force. Preventing similar incidents requires rigorous background checks, continuous ethics training, effective supervision, and mechanisms that encourage whistleblowing without fear of retaliation. When officers understand that misconduct will lead to swift consequences, deterrence becomes stronger. For victims of crime, this development may offer a measure of reassurance. The willingness of authorities to act against their own personnel can signal a commitment to justice that transcends institutional loyalty. At the same time, many citizens will be watching closely to see how the prosecution unfolds in court. Ultimately, the dismissal of ex-Sergeant Gift Ekweme, ex-Sergeant Ikechukwu Eto, and ex-Corporal Divine Okwaru represents more than an isolated disciplinary action. It reflects ongoing efforts to reinforce accountability within the security sector. Whether this case becomes a turning point or simply another headline will depend on consistent enforcement of standards across all levels of command. As Nigeria continues to confront security challenges nationwide, the integrity of its law enforcement institutions remains paramount. Public trust is built not only through crime prevention, but also through transparent accountability when officers violate the law. In that regard, the actions taken by the Imo State Police Command send a clear message. No uniform places anyone above the law.